All right, y'all. So we are going to give it just a minute. By the way, you're going to see George's butt in this frame. He is next to me for comfort right now because it is storming outside. So he likes to come to me for comfort when this happens. So he is my baby. He comes first. So you are going to see Roscoe's / George's ass in this frame. I do apologize, but he needs to be able to feel my chest in order to feel comfort. So I'm laying at this awkward angle, and you're going to see George's butt. Sorry, that's just the way it is. But today I watched Blair White's video. It premiered like 30 minutes ago. If you haven't watched it, go watch Blair's video and then come back to this live. I'm going to keep this live on my channel. I normally don't. Normally with lives, I go live and then I just private them just because it's like a stream of consciousness, just whatever I'm thinking in that moment. But I actually want to talk about this. Sorry, bud. I actually want to talk about this today because this shit's getting out of fucking hand. So like Blair mentions in this video, there were a number of reasons as to why Blair did not talk about this, because a lot of people, and I've even seen on Twitter, a lot of people ask her to give her 2 cents on the situation, to make a video about the situation, because if you're unfamiliar with Blair White, she is a very straightforward, guns blazing, like, this is my opinion and this is what it is. She's very unapologetic and I love her. I think that she is just an amazing person, and what she's done for several different communities is absolutely amazing. But I have seen on Twitter for years people asking her to talk about Eugenia Cooney. And the reason for that, and I think the main reason that she's been asked for her 2 cents, is because of who her best friend is. So for those of you who don't know, Blair White's best friend is the person who tricked Eugenia Cooney into being 5150'd, which I have a problem with the way that that's with that verbiage, because it needed to be done and no one else was doing it. Her own family wasn't even doing it, and she needed help. And I'm not going to talk about, well, it's Jacqueline Glenn, but we're not going to send Jacqueline Glenn any type of negative anything, because Jacqueline Glenn is about to be a mother. She's very, very pregnant, and that's not even what this video is about. But that is why a lot of the internet went to Blair White and was like, hey, we want your opinion. We want your 2 cents on Eugenia Cooney. Basically, because there were people split in 2 different directions at that time when Eugenia was 5150'd. People thought that Jacqueline was a piece of shit friend because she had her friend 5150'd. Well, number one, you can't 5150 someone. Jacqueline Glenn had the proper professionals come and speak to Eugenia, and they made the call, as any human would, to have Eugenia 5150'd. For those of you guys who don't know, Eugenia Cooney is a lifestyle YouTuber / a Twitch streamer. And she is one of the only Twitch streamers who streams with her entire background. And I'm so glad that someone has finally mentioned this, because I've thought about this. I've thought about this for a very long time, and nobody's ever mentioned this in a video. Nobody's Twitches that way. Nobody twitches that way. Everybody twitches like from the chest up, like it's a Twitch stream. You know what I'm saying? She twitches with her entire background in frame, and 9 times out of 10, she body checks the house. Like, her whole body is in frame. And if you're unfamiliar with what body, I'm here having a freaking brain fart, like, from hell. Anyways, body checking. If you're unfamiliar with what body checking is, basically body checking is something that enables someone's eating disorder. So this may not make a lot of sense if you've never had an eating disorder, but as someone who has someone very, very close to me who has had George, they do not want to see your butthole, okay? But as someone who has had someone very, very near and dear to me with an eating disorder, basically my whole entire life, body checking, and the reason why people do that is because things that you would think would hurt them, things that and I'm going to say the same thing Blair White said in her video. Eugenia, if you ever do see this, this is not a compliment. You are very, very, very deathly ill, and the fact that you have not already deceased is a complete shocker to me. Like, my mind is completely blown at that fact. People body check with an eating disorder to get what they think is compliments as, you look very unhealthy, you look sick, you look weak. Like, they think that in their mind, that like feeds their eating disorder. Okay. So she's doing a lot of this in her videos, and this happened quite a bit before she was 5150'd the last time. What was that, 2019? She was doing this a lot. She was doing a lot of, hauls, like clothing hauls, and she just uploaded another clothing haul, but this one is different because it's in fucking bathing suits. And here's the thing. A lot of people are very, 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 very empathetic, you could say, and also very weak, in my opinion, at the way that they address Eugenia in these situations. And a lot of that has to do with the way that Eugenia speaks. She, in my personal opinion, speaks very, very childlike. I feel that she speaks, George, thank you so much. I feel that she speaks like a child, like a baby, like she's very, hey, you guys, like, I'm okay. Like, if you've never watched her, like, if you're triggered by any of this stuff, please do not go watch her. Do not seek any of this, please. If you are triggered at all by an eating disorder, do not watch any of these videos, or myself. Like, please don't. But she's always been this way. And now that she's doing these clothing hauls again, more frequently, I may add, a lot of her content on YouTube is primarily only clothing hauls. Primarily only clothing hauls. And now she's uploaded a goddamn bathing suit haul. Okay, now look. For those of you guys who do not watch my first, and these are the only two Eugenia Cooney. I have a full edited Eugenia Cooney video, and this. As I mentioned, there is a reason why I'm so pissed off about this entire situation. And it's because on Thanksgiving last year, my 9-year-old niece was caught watching Eugenia Cooney. Okay. And people can say, oh, well, there's kids YouTube. Oh, there's this. Oh, there's that. These kids can still watch. My niece was still watching her. Okay. They can still get on regular YouTube. They're kids. The only way that this is effectively going to help any part of this situation is for Eugenia Cooney to actually be an adult, because let's face the facts. Yes, she is sick, but she's also a full-fledged adult. Is for her to take herself off of the internet and private these fucking videos, because they're very, very harmful. They're very fucking destructive, like extremely destructive. If you look at her comments on Instagram, it's very fucking triggering, even for someone who does not have an eating disorder. But as someone who has someone, like I said, I'm not going to out that person, but someone extremely close to me in my life that I've known my whole life, my entire lifespan, I've known this person. And for most of it, they have had an eating disorder. Okay? This is very fucking, like, not only triggering, but it's dangerous. Like, there are young ass girls that are saying they wish they had her body. Like, that is very fucking dangerous, because these are fucking kids. Like, a lot of these people are kids. I don't know any full-on adults who watch Eugenia Cooney. I really don't. There may be some on Twitch. I don't know. I don't Twitch. Again, I have a friend who Twitches, and from what I understand, there are a lot more adults on Twitch than there are watching her on YouTube. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know. I don't Twitch or watch anyone on Twitch. But what I will say is this. Regardless of whether someone is an adult or a child, it's still a dangerous situation if someone has had an eating disorder or someone who may be on the verge of it. And not enough, there are people talking about this situation, but this is the time. YouTube needs to fucking act. Okay, there's all these dangerous fucking, you've got James Charles, who is an actual fucking predator still on the goddamn internet, who literally comes back with a fucking makeup, get ready with me. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, the time is now, YouTube. Like, what in the actual fuck? What in the actual fuck are you doing? Like, are you all just fucking literally sitting in your offices and watching this dying girl post to the internet in fucking bathing suits? Like, it is so fucking disturbing. Everything is fucking super fucking triggering. And then you have fucking James Charles, who it's been proven that allegedly, whatever, for my fucking protection, has been fucking texting fucking minors, fucking talking to minors on fucking TikTok, and he comes back with a goddamn get ready with me. Why is this shit on the platform, YouTube? Like, why? Why? You're telling me that you do not, there are these, what was that girl's name? I watched this girl like a month ago, and she has like maybe 200,000 followers, subscribers on YouTube, and somehow they lost her AdSense. I can't remember her fucking name, but if anybody knows it, put it in the comments. You have these types of situations where they are like so unable to recover someone's AdSense. Like, it's impossible for them to recover it. They can't recover it. And fucking, it takes like all of her fans going to Twitter and tweeting at YouTube support in order for them to get her AdSense back. So you can recover someone's AdSense that you said was unrecoverable, but you cannot take someone off of your platform. That seems very fucking sus to me. That seems very fucking sus to me. I am so fucking sick of, do you see this? Like, sir, please, I do not want your actual butthole in my, no. He literally wants to put his actual fucking butthole in my face. Like, it's, anyways. I just think that enough is a fucking enough. At the end of the day, there's been numerous fucking people voice their concerns about Eugenia Cooney. And not only that, but if you watch literally any of her Twitches, if you watch any of her YouTube videos, anything, bro, like there are numerous people who voice their concerns for her. And she's always like, I'm fine. It's good. I'm fine. What the fuck? Like, what the actual fuck, bro? So I'm not going to show this video in here because it, like I said, it's super fucking triggering. And I'm not going to show it. But what I am going to do is I am going to show you what I'm talking about. So the video in question has 801,000 views. Okay. And we're going to go back all the way. Let's see. How far back are we going here? Bro, you can literally. No, you're not. You're definitely not the only person who thinks she's about. You're definitely not. Because I think she's a fucking horrible person. And I also think that she honest to God, bro, I really think that she knows what the fuck she's doing. If you go through this, again, I'm not going to show these videos on here because I don't know who's going to come across this live. And I'm definitely not trying to trigger anybody by seeing her body. But bro, I'm all the way back to last year. And let's just go back 8 months ago. And let's talk about my Halloween 2020 look. She's dressed as a fucking Barbie doll. Okay, with her whole midriff showing. You can see every bone in her fucking body. That was 8 months ago. And as you go more and more and more, there's Sailor Moon cosplay transformation where the costume literally is swallowing her whole. And I do believe, I think it might have been Sloan. I can't remember. Somebody did a video and it was proven that this actual costume that she is wearing is a child's costume from Hot Topic. I believe it was Sloan. I can't remember, but is swallowing her whole. Like, she literally looks like she could swim around in the costume. Every single one of her fucking thumbnails is a full body thumbnail. Now, I want you to go through any fashion guru, okay? And you tell me How many are full-on body thumbnails? It's very rare. How many beauty gurus do you know that do full body thumbnails? It's very, 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 very rare. She has a turning myself into a Bratz doll, which was 5 months ago. All of these are full body thumbnails. Then you get to 4 months ago. This is where she starts to look, not that she didn't look bad before, because she did, but she is starting to look extremely, extremely bad. She was flashing her underwear on videos, knowing her audience is mostly children. She edits her videos and doesn't ever censor things like flashing herself. It's super gross. I think that it's incredibly gross. And like the fact that this shit is still viewable on goddamn YouTube makes me so motherfucking mad, bro. Like there's all of these fucking YouTubers who lose their AdSense, all of this bullshit, and somehow YouTube is able to recover their AdSense. You're telling me that you can't private this fucking girl's page? Come on, bro. Come on. Who the fuck are you trying to hide? Like, what the fuck? So this bubble cosplay transformation outfit and makeup tutorial.
Hey guys, it's Eugenia. So today,
do y'all hear that? That's like the voice that I'm talking about. Hi, you guys. It's Eugenia. Like she uses like this little baby voice, and it's disturbing, to be quite honest. And in this clip that I'm watching right now, that I have it completely paused on, her arms are so little. Her hair is like over her arms. Again, this is all very triggering. So if you're triggered at all by eating, talking of food, eating disorder, talking of the body, anything like that, please do not watch this or watch anyone else's videos having to do with Eugenia Cooney. And please, God, do not watch her. Do not go to her Instagram, anything. Anyways, her hair is like on one side, and then the other side it's tucked behind her arm. On the side where her hair is down, you cannot see her arm, meaning that her hair is thicker than her arm, okay? She looks incredibly ill. And then if you go down to the comments, the top comment is, I'm still waiting for a day that one of Eugenia's videos would have a How I Survived an Eating Disorder title. I'll pray for you. It has 2.6 thousand likes, okay? You can drag a horse to water, but you can't make it drink is the second top like comment. Third like comment, YouTube, you're basically paying her to stream her suicide to us, and you're not even demonetizing the video. Great, YouTube. Great, you're amazing. She's playing up the innocent girl persona to make it seem like she doesn't know what she's doing. I think that she knows 1,000% what she's doing. Like I mentioned in the beginning of this live, I've had someone very close to me. Again, I'm not going to say how I'm close to this person or anything because I'm not trying to out anyone. But I've had someone in my life, my entire life, and I would say for probably 86% of their life, they have had an eating disorder. And by the grace of God, thank God, the past 2 years, they have been working through their eating disorder to recovery. It is a daily thing, just like an addiction with drugs, alcohol, sex, gambling. It doesn't matter. You work for that shit your entire life. And she has told me straight up that she's feeding off of this. She's feeding off of the attention. She will do certain things to get certain comments. And there is also other people who have talked about this. Again, I'm going to say this is alleged, and I don't have any proof of this just to save my own ass. But there has even been alleged conspiracy theories, whatever you want to call them, that in her Twitches, that there's like secret comments that people can do and pay her. Like if you watch I don't know what you call it, like where you get like comments that are like super chats kind of. And she's getting paid. And they comment something and she keeps moving this big ass fucking box around. Have you guys heard of this? That basically people with eating disorders are paying her to like feed their addiction, like to see her bend over or to see her try to lift things or move things or whatever. Like, have you all heard of this fucking conspiracy theory? Like, what the actual fuck? Then the very next video that she posted 4 months ago, spring outfits try-on haul. Okay, I want to go ahead and first talk about the fucking thumbnail, okay? We all know what an oversized t-shirt looks like, correct? Correct. In this thumbnail, she has a Machino oversized t-shirt that literally is so goddamn big, it's not even oversized anymore. Like, it looks like a shirt, like your boyfriend's t-shirt that you would wear to bed. That's like super duper duper big, but it's super comfortable and you like to wear it to bed. That's what it looks like. Like, it does not, like, these hauls that this girl does, it is not appropriate attire that you would wear out. It is all super big, like extremely big, like very, very like 6 sizes too fucking big type shit. Every time she picks up her box, all of a sudden she gets $100. Yeah. I'm trying to figure out like what all that conspiracy has. I've been doing a deep dive and I think I figured it out, but I'm going to make a whole video on this because I think it needs to be talked about more. But y'all, if you haven't seen this thumbnail, if you are not triggered at all by this, go look at the spring outfits try-on haul that she posted 4 months ago. Like, this shit is fucked, y'all. And then when you start the video, she's in a tank top. So this is another thing that I've heard a lot about. A lot of the outfits that she is choosing to wear, because she is an adult, she dresses herself every day. Am I right? So nobody's laying out her clothes. Nobody's forcing her to wear these clothes. We'll get to the mom in a minute, okay? But nobody's forcing her to wear these clothes. But 9 times out of 10, when you see Eugenia on YouTube, Instagram, Twitch, whatever, she's wearing a fucking tank top or a fucking crop top. It's something that shows like her full arm and her midriff. 9 times out of 10. They're all ill-fitting. None of them fit her. And Sloan has done several videos on this. And not only that, but all of these videos are massively disliked. For instance, the video that I'm talking about right now, the spring outfits try-on haul, again, do not go seek this video or look for it if you are triggered at all by body image, food, eating disorders, anything. Please do not watch this. Watch anybody else's videos dealing with this person or anything. Please, please. They're mass disliked. Like, for instance, this one has 2,000 likes and 8.1 thousand dislikes. Like, that is a mass. And then if you go to comments, top comment liked. I'm amazed she had the energy to try on that many outfits. And that's the other, that leads me into the next thing. So I don't watch Twitch and I've never watched her Twitches, but I have watched other YouTube videos where they have talked about her Twitch streams. And from what I understand, this girl Twitches for like 8 to 12 hours straight with no breaks. And in these streams, she does not eat any food. She does not drink anything to drink, including water. And she does not go to the restroom. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I would be fucking hungry during that period. I think anybody would. I mean, at least a snack, at least some fucking popcorn or something, at least a fucking cracker, bitch. Like, I would need something in 8 to 12 hours. Fuck, even if it was fucking 4 to 6 hours, like, bitch, I would need a fucking snack. The fuck? Like, she goes these long periods on stream with literally no break. And Sloan even included a clip in one of his videos where someone literally paid like a super chat to say, hey, I think you might need water, because she's talking about how her head's hurting. And they're like, hey, I think you should probably drink water. Like, you've been on here for like 7.5 hours and you've not had anything to drink, nothing to eat. And she's like, oh yeah, I guess I could get water. And then everybody starts saying like, hey, get some water, get some water. And she finally gets water and she looks fucking disgusted. Like, if you've seen that clip, like, she's struggling to drink that fucking water. Like, she does not want to drink that water at all. Dude, she never goes outside either. It's so unhealthy. I can't imagine sitting in my room all day on Twitch. That seems like literal purgatory. That's what I was leading into the next thing. So the other thing was, Like back in the day, if you watched her vlogs and stuff, like she would go outside, like they would go to Disney World, like they would travel, like do things. You know what I'm saying? And now it's like the past 2 years, this girl is like only in her fucking room, only. And like I said, does not at all go outside. So like you never see clips of like her outside or even her in another fucking room of the house. It's very fucking bizarre. The second like comment under this is, I'm struggling with anorexia, but Eugenia is kind of the opposite of triggering. More encouragement that I never want to end up like this. What the fuck? What the fuck? What in the actual fuck? What in the actual fuck? Okay. And underneath this comment, of course, everyone is like, thank God that it had this effect on you, but that's not everyone. And that is true. Like, thank God that this one person is like, fuck, I don't want to end up like this. But what about the 12-year-old who comments on Eugenia's Twitch, God, I just want to look like you. And Eugenia's like, oh, thank you so much. And she tries to save her ass by saying things like, but I think you're beautiful in your own way. She eats that fucking shit up. You can see it all in her face. Like she is like, like eating that shit up. And yes, this is a sickness. Yes, this is an addiction. But I think at a certain point when a mass amount of your following is like, please get off the internet. Like you're very triggering, like, please go get help. Even if you didn't want to go get help, I think that it would be very smart of you as a grown adult, Eugenia, to step away from the internet, especially since thanks to things like analytics, you are allowed to see what the mass amount of your following is and what their age group is. And Eugenia, it is impossible for you to say that you don't know analytics. You've been on YouTube for over a decade. I've been on YouTube for a year and I know how to work analytics. I know how to see the age ranges that watches me. The biggest range of age ranges that watches my videos is from 18 to 32. Okay. Like you cannot tell me that you don't know how to check your analytics. And even if you did it, there are 90 videos on YouTube where people go to your analytics and show you. So if the mass amount of your following is saying, please get off YouTube, please step away, please go get help, we love you, whatever the case may be, the least that you can do, Eugenia, is to step away from the internet and private these fucking videos. They are incredibly fucking triggering for a number of reasons. And again, thank God that this person says that they're good and that they just don't want to end up like you. Thank God. But what about the 90 other % of people who are like, no, who want to look like you? Like, what about that? Do you not give a single actual out of a fuck at all? Like, this shit pisses me off so goddamn bad. Like, it's really fucking disheartening, bro. Like, for real. I've actually had 12-year-olds on my YouTube video about Eugenia. They kept saying they wanted to look like her. It's very disgusting. See, that's the fucking thing. Yes, you might have one person in your comments, Eugenia, say, hey, you know, I've struggled with this, but because of the way that you look, I'm doing everything I can to not go down that path. Thank God that that one person thinks that way. But what about the other fucking however many people who come across your shit and think that this is cool? This is the popping thing to be because you have millions of fucking followers. You're not thinking. You're not thinking. You're thinking only about yourself. You're not thinking about the health, safety, and fucking sanity of all of these other fucking people. Eugenia, they see you with millions and millions and millions and millions of subscribers and Insta followers and Twitter followers. And they're like, oh my God, if this is what it takes to be a star, because that's what young minds think. They think that you're this famous star, Eugenia. So they're going to do what they can, like you, to do that. Like, that's very fucking dangerous. And if you are a kid that loves Eugenia, because typically always I get some of her stands in my videos, please just don't say whatever you want about me, that I'm fat, that I'm ugly, that I'm gross, whatever you need to make yourself feel better. But please, God, know that this is not the cool and popping thing to do. Please. I'm very concerned about the issues she's creating for other people with eating disorders. I don't even know I was subscribed to you, LOL. Was it the Jeffree Star Extreme Frost video? Yes, it was. But I'm glad you're here. Guys, now let's talk about this fucking mother. Mother, okay? I'm saying this term very goddamn loosely. Very goddamn loosely, because any mother in the fucking world with a little ounce inkling of love for their child, okay, would not, I repeat, would not allow this shit to fucking happen, okay? Like, I could never imagine my mother seeing me in this type of condition and not, like, driving me straight to the emergency room. Like, and thank you, Lavis. Thank you. And I fucking love you. Like, there is just no goddamn way that a mother who loves their child, like, could ever, I mean, I'm not a mother. I can't have kids. You guys know this, but I have dogs and I love them with every fucking ounce of my heart. If my dog fucking stops eating for a day, like, I'm calling the vet emergency hotline. You know what I'm saying? Like, your kid's up in her room for 8 hours, and don't tell me that you don't know, because that's fucking bullshit. You always try to pull this fucking bullshit, just like you fucking trying to get Jacqueline Glenn put in jail when she was one of the only people that was willing to put her ass on the line to save your daughter's life. And you know what? You know what's really fucking scary is that we're at that fucking point again, Eugenia's mom. I don't give a fuck what your name is. Like, we're getting to that point again. We're getting to that point again. Like, are you really willing to be put underneath investigation? Because if something happens to Eugenia like that, I'm sure that's what's going to happen, because God only knows how many, like, wellness checks have been put out to Eugenia Cooney. God only knows. Like, there's so many videos on YouTube of people recording their conversations, calling in wellness checks for Eugenia Cooney. There's literally one where the police is like, yeah, we've been out there several times this week. Like, you know, this girl gets wellness checks called on her weekly. Like, you don't think they're going to investigate that? Because I'm sure that they have in their notes and in reports that you've said and you've spoken for Eugenia as a witness that everything's okay. So if something happens to her, you do understand that you're going to be one of the first people that's looked at, right? They're also going to see videos like Jacqueline Glenn's, where she states 1,000% that she didn't eat and that she was dwindling down to nothing. So their friend group got together, and yes, did they have to trick Eugenia Cooney into doing it? Yes. And then Shane Dawson comes in for the money grab. Let me come in for the money grab real quick. Like, what the actual fuck, Shane? And you know what? If you're going to come back to the internet, Shane, what I suggest that one of the first things you do, instead of everybody fucking forgetting what Shane did in the first place, you know, is, do I believe that every fucking person has room for growth? 1,000%. 1,000 fucking percent. But disappearing from the internet just to let bygones be bygones is not goddamn growth. If he comes back and he shows growth, perfect. I'm so down for some fucking growth. I have more issues with Rylan anyway, but that's a whole fucking separate story. But what Shane did with Eugenia was a money grab. I don't give a fuck. That's my opinion. And you guys know how I roll with opinions. Opinions are like assholes. And hopefully every one of us have an asshole, which means every one of us has an opinion. And if your opinion does not match mine, then that's perfectly fine. But I believe what Shane did with Eugenia when he did that docu with her, that doc was a money grab, a cash grab, a quick little to get some money, period. Yeah, I mean, it's my opinion, so I'm not going to say that's 100% the gospel, but like, bitch, that's my opinion. Like, you really let her lawyer follow you around like stink on shit, Shane. Like stink on shit. If you go back and you watch that doc, find a clip that you don't see that big motherfucker walking around following them. Exactly, you're not. You're not. You're not. I'm sorry. That's not a fucking doc. That is a fucking narrative that is being pushed out by that fucking motherfucker. That lawyer had a whole script ready. Her whole script was ready. Now, did she look better in that doc? Absolutely. But I think it would have been better for her to stay in treatment for maybe a year and then take another year off of the internet to really, really fucking work on herself, because I'm sure the internet is going to be very triggering for her. She's been on the internet for over a decade, and for the bigger part of it, from what it looks like, now I don't know this is just alleged in my opinion, but for a bigger part of it, it does look like Eugenia did have a ED for most of her journey on YouTube. So I'm sure the internet is a huge trigger for her. So I just don't see how a few months in a recovery rehab, then you come straight out and you go straight into a Shane Dawson doc, and you're just ready to get right back on YouTube and Twitch and Instagram and Twitter. I just really don't see that. I really don't see someone struggling with an actual ED who is in recovery. And I honestly do not think that their therapists and their mentors are going to be down with them taking full body pictures on Instagram, literally days and days after they were released from rehab. And so, yeah, that is my opinion on the Shane doc when it comes to Eugenia Cooney. I think it was a quick cash grab. And if it wasn't, I think that Shane needs to do what he can to try to reach out to her. Now, do I think that it's going to work? Possibly not. But at that point, Shane could come onto Instagram or Twitter or wherever and say, look, guys, I tried to reach out to Eugenia to try to get back together, to try to get her some help, and she denied that for me. And at least, Shane, it would look like you did give a fuck. Because at this point, from outside looking in, if you go out of your way to try to help someone and you're the only person that she allowed an actual interview with, no one else was granted that opportunity. So obviously she's got some form of a connection with you, Shane. So if she allowed you that access into her world after getting out of rehab, then obviously she's formed some type of bond with you. And, do whatever you want to do. You're a fucking grown man. But, if it were me, I would at least try to reach out and say, hey, are you good? Let her lie. If she needs to lie and say, yeah, I'm great. I'm doing fine over here. Okay, well, it fucking don't look like it. Fucking don't look good. Okay? How about I come over and we chit chat or whatever and check in on her, whatever the case may be. I feel like he took advantage of her. I don't know if he took advantage of her or if it was a mutual thing. You know what I'm saying? Because Eugenia was going to have to come back to the internet, and I think there were some things that she really didn't want to explain. And she also knew that her friends 5150'd her, and I'm sure she knew that they were going to have some things that they were going to say. I'm sure that there are even more. I'm sure that they even have more. How can I word this? I'm sure they have more things that they haven't shown us. I'm sure there's video clips or actual DMs that they haven't actually shown. And I'm sure Eugenia knew this. And her lawyer definitely did, because her lawyer was in the entire Shane doc. The whole doc, if you go back and watch it, you see his big ass trudging around and following them around like stink on shit. Like, I feel like it was a mutual thing. Like, Eugenia probably reached out to Shane and said, hey, yeah, I'm out. Why don't we get together? And it was a mutual thing. Like, Shane knew that all of her following wanted to see how she did. And of course, everybody likes a miracle. Everybody likes a recovery story. It's a beautiful thing. Look at me. I was in addiction for 6 years and I was able to get out of it. Everybody likes a good story like that. Of course, it's amazing. It's a miracle. Someone's life has been saved. But at the end of the day, if it's not an actual recovery, it can be very, very hurtful and harmful for people who are currently in an ED. It can be very, very fucking harmful. And I think that what a lot of people need to understand is if it were only Shane, if Shane was the only one taking advantage of the situation, And, you know, it was exactly what he showed, which he reached out to her and da-da-da. Why is her lawyer there? Like, I really feel like it was like both parties taking advantage of the situation. Like, her lawyer knew the whole situation. If you've watched Jacqueline Glenn's video, and again, we're not going to send Jacqueline no type of hate and no nothing because she's having a baby and this isn't her life anymore. She tried. She tried with Eugenia and it didn't work. People have hounded her to go and help Eugenia. Eugenia's not going to listen to Jacqueline Glenn because in Eugenia's mind, Jacqueline is the enemy. Jacqueline is the enemy. Jacqueline tried to put her and cage her and, you know, she's the enemy. You know, people like her mom and Shane, they're the heroes. They're the knight in shining armors. But you know what? I have a really fucking hard time calling Eugenia's mother. Like, I have a really fucking hard time with that. Like, I just couldn't imagine. I just could not imagine seeing my child in that state and being able to lay my fucking head down at night and go to bed. Like, I really fucking could not. I really fucking could not. But let's go through the videos a little bit more. Again, I'm not going to show any thumbnails or any clips in these videos in this. An enabler, exactly. Because they're all triggering. So yeah, we have the spring outfits try-on haul, which was 4 months ago, where she's wearing a Machino t-shirt that literally looks like your boyfriend's t-shirt that you wear to bed. Everybody knows what the fuck I'm talking about. Okay? Gay or straight, you know what I'm talking about. The big oversized t-shirt that you wear of your boyfriend's to go to bed. It's ill-fitting. It does not fit you. That's what this Machino shirt looks like. If you were untriggered by any of this, feel free to go look for what video I'm talking about. And I've already read I've already read the top comments and things like that. Which the top comment was, I'm amazed she had energy to try that many outfits on. Next up, we have addressing the hate. And in this video, she's reading comments, hate comments, and responding to them. Okay? This video has 21,000 dislikes and 6,000 likes. The top comment is, the way she smiles when people talk about how she is all skin and bones, she's addicted to the attention. And again, like I mentioned in the beginning, people who have EDs, they get a sense of like pride and happiness out of you saying something like you look sick or you look ill or you don't look good. They actually like to be told things like that. So Eugenia, like Blair White said in her video, if you ever watch this, this is not a compliment or to mean something good. Like, you look bad. You look sick. And the fact that you are not deceased blows my mind. Like, I'm going to keep it a buck, as always. Second most liked comment is anorexia, in all caps. Eugenia, the day you can say the word is the start of you getting healthy. That is the second most liked comment. And then the third, I am going to read this one simply because it has no dislikes at all. It says, the denial is heartbreaking. I'm not like going to die anytime soon or anything. Honey, I hate to break it to you, but you probably will. My best friend died when she was your size. You're not invincible, but you are worthy of being healthy and happy. I hope one day very soon that you realize that. And see, here's the thing. Everybody is like so patient and like all of her fans, like, sorry about the dog ass in the screen. Like, he just stands, like, literally stands there like that. Like, sorry. Your supporters, your fans, like the people who follow you, Eugenia, they love you and support you and just want you to be okay. And it's like you just don't see that. Like, it's, anyways. Next video, 3 months ago, Jen Sheen, Impact, Tie, Cosplay, Transformation. This has 181,000 views. has 6.9 thousand dislikes and 2,000 likes. Again, she uses that same voice in all of her videos, so we're not going to go over that again, but I do think it is a form of manipulation to use a very baby-like, childlike voice in your videos. I think that that is a form of manipulation on her part. But one of the most liked comments in this is, I haven't commented in many years. I used to be just like her. My weight was not as low because she is a lot taller than I am. She just doesn't eat. I had exercise bulimia, but I didn't eat much. I just exercised excessively. The reason why I can identify with her is because of her type of eating disorder is called exhibitionist anorexic. She wants to show off how thin she is. Most anorexics try to cover that up. She actually thinks people are jealous of her. And that is one of the most liked comments underneath this cosplay video. And the next one is, there is a wonderful life out there for you. Be brave, get better, and be free. Like, there's always that one comment that's like really trying to get into her head and really trying to have like a genuine conversation with Eugenia to like get her help. And then there's always that comment that's like, you know, one of her real supporters that's like, you're just wonderful. I love you. Like, there's a good life out there for you. And I really, really, really hope that you get the help that you need. Like, it's just really fucking sad to see this shit, man. It's really fucking sad. Next up, we have My Shoe Collection 2021. It's another full body thumbnail. Again, all of these that I'm mentioning is a full body thumbnail. So I've never ever seen another YouTuber with their full body in a thumbnail like this. Like, I've never posted no, I haven't. I've never posted a full body thumbnail. And again, this is her shoe collection. Again, when you go into the video, she is sitting there with full body and screen. You can't even see her feet in the beginning of the thing. And as you go through the video, she tries on shoes, and I am going to show this one part of the video. So if you are triggered, hurt, harmed at all by seeing a body in a very sick state, or anorexia, bulimia, anything like this, any EDs at all, if you're triggered by any of this, please click out now. This is your final warning. Please click out. I am going to show a little clip because I do think that this is a very awkward way to do a shoe haul, because typically when you have a YouTuber who does a shoe video on YouTube, typically you have like a Wendy Williams style shoe cam. Like, usually their tripod is all the way down and their camera is focused directly on the feet to show the shoes. And this is how Eugenia chose to show each pair of shoes that she wears. Every pair that she tries on, she decides to show them with full body and frame. Like, you can't even see like good detail of the shoes because she's just holding her foot up with her full body. And like, look at this one. Like, the shoe is literally hardly in the frame. Like, it's her full body and just a little bit of the shoe in the frame. Like, it's very bizarre. I've never seen a shoe haul done this way. And again, if we talk about, I mean, look at this one. Like, the shoe is literally, like, honest to God, like, not in frame, bro. Like, it's very bizarre. And here's another one, you know. Every single shoe, like I said, every shoe that she tries on is not in frame. And this is where people really get to talking. Because again, like I said, 9 times out of 10, when you do a shoe video, matter of fact, I even went back to see other shoe hauls, and I've never seen one with someone's full body in frame. They're all like Wendy Williams style shoe cams. Typically, you'll have like them sitting down, and it'll be like maybe chest up, maybe. And they'll show the shoes like on the screen and talk about them a little bit, talk about price. And then the next clip you'll see is just their feet and maybe a few clips of them walking in the shoes. It is not this. It is not them holding their foot up with their full body in frame. That is body checking. 1,000%. That is body checking. And so, like I said, this is when people really started, the buzz really started again about Eugenia here recently. Again, this was filmed 2 months ago. It has 595,000 views. And out of that, there are 31,000 dislikes and 4,000 likes. 31,000 people disliked this video. So this is when a lot of conversation started to strike up, because this is a huge body checking video. There is no other way around that. There is no ifs, buts, ands, nothing on this video. This is a body checking video, 1,000%, because it is a shoe collection video. Then if we go down to the comments, the top comment that I am seeing, the fact that your channel isn't age restricted is insane to me. That one has 10,000 likes. And then the very next comment is, never seen a shoe collection video with full body and frame. This is full body checking. I'm convinced that she is doing this for people with a ED fetish. The angles that accentuate her bony figure, the accidental flashing. She may even be doing this for people with foot fetishes too. Who knows? So again, a lot of talk started to happen as well, because she does accidentally flash in this video as well, because she is doing this awkward shoe haul. Instead of just showing her feet, she's raising her leg up. So she's putting the shoe on and then turning her body and raising her leg up. So she's literally flashing people. Her clothes are ill-fitting, so her titties are literally like, it's very awkward. It's like, it's a very bizarre shoe haul. So this is when things really started to pop up. And then she goes a whole month without uploading a video. So she's been doing this for like the past 2 years, well, a good year at least. She's been uploading a video a month. And then she went for like 3 months. She was uploading like 2 to 3 videos a month. And then after the shoe haul, she's went back to her 1 a month video. So she goes a whole month and she uploads Summer Outfits 2021. And this is why we're here today, because of this goddamn video. Okay. So again, we've got a full body thumbnail. She is in a bathing suit in this thumbnail. And her legs in this video are very, very, very concerning. Like, and again, if Eugenia does see this, none of this is good. None of this is a compliment. And, you know, I'm very scared for you. And I think a large amount of the public is very scared for you. And again, this is not by... oh my God. This is not a compliment. This is very scary, and I am very, 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 very scared for you. So I just seen a comment in here. I'm not going to reread it, but if you guys can read in the chat, I will not be showing any more pictures, because there is someone in here that is looking at the pictures in the way that I thought. So I will not be showing any more pictures. And now this live will be deleted as soon as it's over. Because that is exactly what I don't want to do. I do not want to encourage any of this fucking shit. So the Summer Outfits one has 800,000 views and has 38,000 dislikes. In this one, she's showing shoes again with full body and frame. And she shows these Machino, oh my God, like some of them are dresses, and then she has the oversized t-shirts that look, it's just all ill-fitting. And just the fact, like, when she tries on like bottoms, like shorts and stuff, like, it's just very, very disheartening. Like, all of this is just super, super concerning. And we are past the point of this person being like super naive and not knowing what they're doing. At this point, they know 1,000% what they're doing, and it is very hurtful and harmful to their very young audience. Even if they're not young, there are still a lot of people on this platform with EDs, and this is just fucking goddamn triggering. Like, age restrict your shit, private your shit. Like, you showing this fucking Machino fucking bathing suit. Out of all of the shit that you tried on in this video, Eugenia, you chose this fucking bathing suit, bodysuit, or what the fuck ever to put in your thumbnail, and you're not body checking? Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Like, I'm just beyond, I have no more patience for this person. I have no more empathy for this person whatsoever. I am completely like over the bullshit. It's fucking ridiculous. And then when we go down to the comments on this one, like I said, 38,000 dislikes. Let's see, where is it? Okay. Top comment under this one is, I'm going to see a doctor for my ED next week. I'm so proud of myself and hope you will too. Second most liked comments with 10,000 likes. Millions of people watch a chronically ill woman broadcast herself slowly starving to death is something I would expect to witness on Black Mirror and not in real life. When your knee is wider than your thigh, run to treatment facility. God help her and God bless. The comments go on and on and on and on. Next video, she does transforming myself into a mermaid, which again is another full body thumbnail. And then 3 weeks ago, she uploads a video addressing the rumors about me.
Honestly, is kind of random, but yeah. So, anyways, I guess kind of to explain, I've been on the internet for a pretty long time, posting videos and all that, as I guess you guys probably already know. I guess just kind of like on the internet sometimes and being online. Sometimes I will hear some really, really crazy things about myself. Sometimes kind of like literally just like kind of like crossing over to just like crazy conspiracy level, like insane stuff. And I don't know, I hear a lot of kind of weird like rumors, weird things about myself. Like, I'll read a lot of weird stuff sometimes. People post or like believe is true. So I just kind of thought that today I would make a video talking about a couple of those things and kind of like tell you guys the truth about them, which I know some of you guys online that do not like me. I know some of you guys are probably not going to believe me no matter what I say, and are just going to think like I'm making this whole video just
yes,
like
Lavis.
and like whatever.
Yes, that's what that person is saying. That's why I'm not showing this video clip here, and I'm just playing it.
But hey, for anyone that wants to listen, I thought that I would make this video and just kind of talk about a couple of the many crazy things that I've read and heard, and just kind of random things that people believe. So, okay.
Thinspo basically means that is their inspiration for body size.
So I wrote some down on my phone just so I would remember. So I'm just gonna go grab that real quick. All right, guys. So I have my phone here. Yay! So I guess now I will begin telling you guys what I'm gonna talk.
Okay, so in this video, when she first starts, she's facing forward like this. And then as she comes back, you can see herself. And if you film videos, you're going to catch this. She instantly looks into the screen to make sure that she can see her arm when she does this on her arm, so that you can see all of that.
You guys today. All right, guys. Oh my gosh, yeah. So this is a big one. This is kind of like a big weird conspiracy that I keep hearing about myself, and I've seen people make videos about this and like really believe that this And to me, it's so strange, but yeah. Okay, so guys, I have like a makeup box, or I had one. I kind of have like a bit of a different like makeup setup now, because I have a lot of makeup. Like honestly, I want to get a better setup than what I have right now, because sometimes I'm just like, I do not know where to put everything. But basically, I have like, or have, I still have it, but I don't use it in the same way.
Also, I want to mention that in this entire clip, she is speaking to the camera turned to the side. Yeah, well, I still have it, but, well, I mean, I use it, but I still, like the entire clip. That's how she speaks. So this video has 22,000 dislikes, 4,000 likes. It's like the same 4,000 people like every single one of her videos. The most liked comment on this one is, anyone else pop back to her channel every couple of months just to check to see if she is still alive. So at the end of the day, here is my whole thing. Number one, yes, I do plan to make another video, a full edited video on Eugenia Cooney, because I feel like it needs to be talked about. I feel like it needs to be talked about on Sloan's status, because this just needs to be talked about. And I'm so glad that Blair White did do her video. If you haven't watched Blair's video, please go watch it. It's so good, and she does such a good job of explaining the situation. And not only that, but she also explains why she did not speak up on the situation sooner, which I think is very important, because she is such close friends with Jacqueline Glenn. So on Twitter, a lot of people tweeted at her wanting to know why she was not speaking up on the situation back in 2019. So I think that it is a very important video to make. But I'm doing all of my research. I am making a full-on edited video in regards to all of this, because this needs to be continued to be talked about. And until her content is age restricted and all of these body checking ass videos are privated, I think that it needs to continue to be talked about. These forms that everybody has been sending around to be signed, most of them have already been signed an abundant amount past what they needed to get Eugenia off of the internet. So I'm not exactly sure what more needs to be done to get this person off of the internet. Now, we can, here's the thing. I've seen on Twitter where people have called in wellness checks on this person and all of this. Like, apparently her mother is making it look like she's fine. And like I said before, and again, this is all alleged, but if something does happen to Eugenia, if the mother ever watches this, like, what is your plan? Because there is so much evidence to the contrary of your daughter being okay online. Like, there is so much fucking evidence to the contrary. Like, anyone with two goddamn eyeballs that work, and people who are able to see, even people who can't see, people who can't see and can only hear, fucking know that Eugenia Cooney has issues. So anyways, be looking out for that video. On another note, doesn't have to do with Eugenia Cooney, just has to do with my story times. I did finish editing a story time that will be up on my channel on Wednesday. I hope you guys do enjoy it, but I am going to try my best to get you guys 2 videos this week, because I do really want to get this Eugenia video up this week, because I think that it's something that needs to be continued to be talked about. And again, as all of these lives and all of my videos always are, this is a discussion for me to give my opinion and for you guys to also share your opinion, because I think that discussions are always lead to results. So whatever you guys are thinking, whatever your all's opinions are, please share them down in the comments below. Again, I'm going to say this again. If you are hurt, triggered, or harmed at all by the talk of EDs or anything to do with food or body or anything like that, please, please, please do not watch any videos on Eugenia Cooney. I hope you did not watch this much of this video. Please, please, please do not go to her Instagram or anything like that. Keep yourself safe. I love all of you all so, 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 so much. Thank you all so much for your support. And I know I'll be here the next time, and that is on period. Will you? Bye, my loves.